Hey everyone, SJ Fitness here, and today we are going to talk a bit about gym sayings that are complete bollocks. You'll hear these in gyms everywhere you go, and they're really counterproductive, and it's things that we used to fall for all the time that led us to get sort of injured, demotivated and burnt out. So we're going to do two each. My first one, and it's one that I sort of used to do when I was young all the time, is no pain, no gain. And this is sort of this ego boosting thing that people will do in gyms where you have to make as much noise as possible, you have to lift as much weight as humanly possible with awful technique, otherwise you're just not growing, you're not building muscle, and you're not hardcore. It's this sort of mentality that if you do it all the time will lead to injuries, you getting burnt out and demotivated, because you basically think that every session you have to be like bloody Arnold Schwarzenegger in the gym. So that's my first one. Second one.
My turn. You can't really probably read that because
my
handwriting's pretty poor, but this one's actually up in the gym I work at, and I always laugh at this one when I see it. It's, if the bar ain't bending, you're just pretending. And I know it's a bit of fun and a bit of a joke, but I kind of think if you get an inexperienced lifter, young lad who sees that, and I have actually seen this, we see it all the time to be fair, I try and help them where I can, but they see it, they'll whack a load of weight on the bar, let's say a squat or a bench press, like 50 kg plus like each side, and they know they can't really lift it, but they've read that, and it's ego lifting. They want the bar to bend, and they want to boast about it to their friends.
It's just like being Magneto.
It's just going to lead down to injuries down the line. They might get away with it for a bit, but the technique won't be there, the form won't be there, and if you're not lifting it with the form and the technique correctly, you're not going to be building muscle, getting stronger correctly.
Third one, and this one was ridiculously popular a few years ago. I saw t-shirts everywhere, and that's
we used to say it all the time.
Yeah, I know. Eat clean, train dirty. Again, two terms that are really just have no meaning whatsoever. Eating clean is completely different from one person to the next. There's no sort of clean or dirty foods as such. It's all about your diet as a whole and consistency. And I really don't have a clue what training dirty means. I mean, does that mean you turn up to the gym without showering for a month? Or do you get someone to pour dirt over you when you're doing a deadlift? I just don't get it. It's just two things to me now.
I think it means push yourself really hard or something.
It's just two things to me now that have no sort of meaning. I swear it was just designed to sell t-shirts. So yeah. And last one for Simon.
Go hard or go home. I've actually got a t-shirt that says go hard or go home. I bought it when I was about 19, 20. Wore it all the time because I used to boast about it. Hashtag it on Twitter, go hard or go home.
Hashtags.
Don't use Twitter anymore, but yeah. Again, it's that sort of mentality. If you're adopting all the time, going hard all the time, you'll get burnt out, you'll get demotivated down the line. You can hold that now.
I'll be going home every session.
Yeah, again, like people, if they feel like they haven't trained hard enough, they might feel guilty, and they might go home after 10 minutes, which is what you don't want. You want to get a good session in. But there's some sayings that we think are complete bollocks, and it is a bit of fun. I think we're just playing around, but don't read into it and don't sort of buy into this whole marketing.
I think the one thing all these themes forget is consistency. Again, if you adopt these things religiously, somewhere down the line you will come unstuck and your consistency will suffer. I think that's the one thing they all forget.
I mean, train hard, train smart, and enjoy yourself, but don't go hard and go home.
Take care. See you soon.